Right, so this is a video on um, bid adjustments and moving things down the funnel from uh, auto campaigns down to phrase and broad campaigns and then down into exact match campaigns and how to figure out what your bid should be, because that's always kind of a thing that's hard to know. Where do you set your bids? How do you set your bids? And it can be a very, very lengthy process, take a really long time. And I have kind of figured out a cool way uh, to get those bids figured out pretty quickly. And this is a work in progress, so I might do things different at another point in time, but for now, this is how I'm doing it. And this video is kind of explainy. I don't know the right word for it, but I'm going to go into detail about how I do everything, so it might be kind of long. If you're a PPC expert and you just want to get to the meat of it, then I'll put a timestamp in the description. But for now, let's dive into it. So the first thing you want to do when you're moving things down the tunnel and you need to figure out what you want to move, first thing you want to do is you want to download a sponsored product search term report. So go into your PPC campaign manager, go to the reports, do this sponsored products, search term, summary. I like to get as much time as I can, especially like the first time I'm doing a campaign, moving it down the funnel. So what you can do is you can just, go back to wherever it's highlighted. I think it's 60 days, and then just click up to whatever the current day is, save that, and then run the report. And it shouldn't take you too long for it to generate. Okay, and then you're going to go into the report. I've already done this, so you want to get customer search terms. Let me move this over here so it makes it a little bit easier to follow. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so you want to get the customer search terms. These keywords have been, the identity of these keywords has been altered to protect their privacy. The cost per click, the ACOS or ACOS, however you say it, and then the clicks, 7-day total sales, and those are the 5 that you need. And just this 7-day total sales, for anybody who doesn't know, this is not the sales that you made in 7 days. This is basically, so if this keyword is baby booties, I don't know, and somebody types in baby booties, and then they click on your link, or they click on your PPC ad, and then within 7 days of clicking on that ad, if they make the purchase, that gets counted towards your 7-day total sales. So yeah, let's change that back. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to figure out your break-even ACOS if you haven't done that yet. So this is before I brought this information over, I went into my sponsored product search terms report, and I sorted by campaign, and I just got all of the campaigns for one product. So this is all for the same product. It's all different auto, phrase, and broad match campaigns, and I sorted out I filtered out the exact campaigns. So this is just keywords from auto, phrase, broad for one particular item. And I also filtered out all of the keywords that had no sales within that 60 days that I pulled the report for. So these are all keywords that have had at least one sell. Okay, so you want to get your product, figure out what your profit is. So this is the profit that you get after all of the fees and everything get taken out. So this is actually what goes into your pocket. And then your sell price, whatever you're selling the item for. And then you just do this. You just divide the profit by the sell price and turn that into a percentage. And that's what your break-even ACoS is. So anything higher than that, you're going to lose money. Anything lower than that, you're going to make money. All right. So whenever I move things down the funnel, when I move things down the funnel, I like to take whatever the cost per, if the cost per click is a good, reasonable cost per click, then I will take that cost per click, and that's what I set as my bid. For example, like in the exact match campaign. So for example, this keyword here, in the auto campaign or phrase campaign or wherever it was, the ACoS was 50.27%, which is higher than the break even ACoS. So that's automatically, let me see if I can zoom in here so we can see this better. Let's go to 125. Does that make it easier to see? Yeah. Okay, so we're losing money on that. We haven't lost a lot of money, but we have lost some money. So I don't want to do this cost per click because it's too high, apparently. And we got 22 clicks. So that's it's a pretty good amount of data to know that that could be dropped. Let's look down here at this one. This one's 18.83%. So that's actually making us money. That's a good ACoS. All right, and here's another one. The ACoS for this one is 1.5%. So that's really low. But I mean, then again, you gotta look. There's not much data here, so it's only had one click, right? And that person bought, I guess, two units. So I think we were just lucky there. I don't really know if this is a good keyword. It could be something totally random, and it just happened to click with this person, and they bought our stuff. So I don't know. That's not really very good data. This one's some pretty good data, right? We've had 216 clicks. We've had multiple cells. So that we know this 40%. It's a little bit higher than our break even. I just copied the break even ACoS here, pasted it there. I'll show you why later. So that's actually, that's pretty good data. We know what we're working with there. Anyway, what we will do is look at this formula that I have written here. So basically, if the ACoS is too high, I want to bring this cost per click down whenever I set my bid when I'm moving down the funnels. And if it's just right, like right about here, I want to keep the bid, right? So you can see here it's 56 cents. And I just want to keep that bid. I just want to make it 56 cents because that's good. It seems to be working good. 6 clicks, one sell, but yeah, we're going to keep it at that for now. This one, however, see, it's too high. So the cost per click in the auto campaign or wherever it was, in the top of funnel campaign, it was 39 cents. So I want to bring that down. I don't want to be paying that much and having that ACoS and I don't want to remain unprofitable. So I want to bring that cost per click down. So now it's going to be 30 cents. And then let's look at one down here. So this one is the ACoS is, I need to decide if I'm going to call it ACoS or ACoS. That's probably driving some people crazy. ACoS. ACoS? I'm going to say ACoS. It's easier to say than ACoS. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to bring this up to 18%, right? Because then I would have to raise the cost per click to, I don't know, math, but $5 per click. That's nuts. I mean, there's no way we're going to bid that much. So I if it's super low like this, I'm just gonna double it. I'm gonna double it, so it's gonna change to $1.02. Okay. All right. So you can go through and try to do the math for all of these, and it just takes forever. So I have this little formula. So let me pause the video and pull that up for you real quick. Okay. So if you want to pause the video, now's a good chance to do it, and you can copy down this this formula here, and I will walk you through and show you how this works, because this is really cool and it's helping me move things down the funnel really fast. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, all right, so what it does is with these formulas, as you probably know, it works from left to right. So this is an ifs formula. And the first thing it does is it checks to see if the ACOS is higher than my break-even ACOS, right? And if it is, then it takes the, where's it, E2? It takes the 7-day total sales, it multiplies it by the break-even ACOS, and then it divides it by the number of clicks, okay? Which gives us what the cost per click needs to be if we want to have it at the break-even ACOS, okay? And one thing I did here when I was doing this formula was I just set it to what the break-even would be, but depending on your strategy, if you're going for brand awareness, you just want to hold that top position on the page, or if you're going strictly for profit, you can change this, make it a lower percentage if you need to. So for example, this one right here is just another one I did. It's just this break even times 0.75. So it just drops that percentage down 25%, which would give us a little bit of profit. Not a lot. We'd still be competitive, hopefully, but also we would still be making a little bit of money, and allow you some wiggle room if you want to work with placement settings and things like that, top of search and whatnot. All right, so let's keep moving down this formula and talking about it. Okay, so if this is true, if the ACOS is higher than break-even, then it's going to set it to the break-even. If that's not true, then it moves down to the next rule set here. So if the ACOS is less than 10%, then it's just going to double it, right? Because honestly, you don't want these crazy ACOS, or you don't want these crazy bids. So this will kind of keep it in check. It won't try to bump it up to $10 per click. It'll just say like, okay, if it's under 10%, then we'll just double it and see what happens. And then you can come back in later and see how it's working. It might be way too high. And then you can come back in and drop it down. But it's a good starting point, I think. And then let's say that that's not true. The next thing it's going to check is to see if the ACOS is less than 20%. No, sorry. If the ACOS is greater than 20%. And if it's greater than 20%, then it's going to, you can see here, it's going to give me what the cost per click, it's going to raise the cost per click to where it would be the slightly profitable ACOS. Okay, so if you notice anything between 10% and 20% ACOS, I'm not touching. So I don't have any rules for that, which means if this is not true, right? It's not higher than this. It's not lower than 10%. It's not greater than 20%, which means that it would be somewhere between 10 and 20%. If that's the case, then it's just going to leave it as is. It's going to leave it at the cost per click that's here. I'm just going to leave it at B2, right? So you can see that right here, right? So this is 18.83%. That's a pretty good solid ACoS, so it's not going to change it. 56, 56. Here it's too high, so it brought it down. And here, like I said before, it's too low. It's super low, so it's just going to double it only. And I just want to show you one thing that you want to make sure that you do for sure is you want to lock this value, right? By putting in these dollar signs, because when you're dragging this formula down, like let's say that you don't have the formula anywhere in here. As you drag it down, it's going to auto populate, right? And you can see here, it's C2, right? If C2 is greater than F1. And if you look here, if C3 is greater than F1. So as you move down, it's going to keep following along with the relative row. But if you have this F1 locked, then it will continue to look at this box as, or this cell as reference. And let's see where else I did. Oh, I also did it here. I locked it in G1. So if you don't do that, it's going to be all wonky, and your formula is going to be all over the place. So make sure you do that. Okay, and that's what I do. And then what I do is I'll just last thing, I'll move this. Let me go ahead and auto. Let me fill these in here too. Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll drag this column right over here. Oh, computer's moving slow. Okay, and then I have the keywords and the cost per click. And then I will copy these over to a little workspace that I have. So I'll show you that real quick for anybody that's interested. Okay, so this is what I do. I will copy that. I'll copy that, and then I'll click out of that. Just Command and click. All right, and then I copy these 2 columns over. So the search term, and then my new cost per click. And then I have this little workspace. It just kind of helps me figure out what I want to put as negatives, and then what I want to put into phrase, what I want to put into exact. So for example, I'll put these, say I want to move these into exact. So I will just, let's see, I will paste the values. And because this was a formula, if you don't paste the values, I'll show you what happens. You just do like a regular paste. See if it works. Great, you're just going to get all zeros because this formula doesn't work anymore. Okay, so you want to just paste the values, and then yeah, I just take these. Maybe like let's say that this one is a keyword and has blue, and this one is a keyword and it has rainbow. I don't know. And let's say that I have a blue variation and a rainbow variation, and the rest are, I don't know, black and white. Okay, so I'll just kind of take this out for now, and then I just kind of stick it off to the side. Right. So these are the blue one goes here, and then the rainbow one goes here, and then I put all of these into, I guess, whatever my generic variation would be. So this would all go into the black and white variation. And then I'll go in and I'll take these and I'll put these into the variation that corresponds best. So you want to look through and find the ones that don't really work or that are too random. Anyway, that's for a different video. I'm chasing rabbits. So let's kill the rabbit and end the video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.